Welcome to another episode of Hub City Presents Author's Corner. I'm your co-host, Kris Leonhardt, and I'm here with co-host
Peggy Meyer.
And we have with us Ashlyn Solinsky. And today we're going to talk about her new book, her first book, Happy, Snappy, Wonderful Places to Go. Welcome.
Hi.
So you're getting off from school today, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you go to school?
I go to school at Stratford High School. I'm a freshman there, and I just have fun there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So you like writing?
Yeah,
correct.
A lot.
Okay, so how did the idea for the book form? Where did you get the idea?
Well, I just kind of have an imagination, and it just kind of came just out of nowhere, really. It just kind of appeared.
So do you write a lot?
Yeah, mostly for fun. It's a really big hobby of mine, along with reading.
So how long have you been writing?
I think I've been writing for fun since about the third grade, maybe. And that's about the time that I decided I wanted to be a writer as a career.
So this is your lifelong goal.
Yeah.
This isn't just a hobby or a project. It's your goal. Very nice. Okay, so tell us about the whole process. You had this idea. So when did you really start taking it seriously and putting it down?
Well, so I wrote it down, and then I showed my mom, and she thought it was a great idea. So she showed it to a publisher, and he thought it was a great idea. So then we just kind of took off, yeah.
When did this process start for this book?
For the book? At the writing of it, I guess.
Yeah, but when did you start that? A couple months ago?
Oh, yes. Last summer.
Last summer?
Last summer, yep.
Oh, so how many ideas are in there other than this one?
Couple, I guess.
Okay. So a publisher was interested, so then what was the next step?
Well, once he agreed to publish it, then we picked an illustrator, and we chose Rob Peters because he did a really great job. And we got a copyright, and then it kind of went from there. The publisher kind of took care of it a little bit. Yeah.
So how many illustrators did you have to choose from?
There were 3, and we had samples from each one of them, and we thought Rob's was definitely the best, and we really liked him, so.
Do you know where Rob is from?
From, I get the states on the back of the book.
Here we go, Kansas. He's from Kansas.
From Kansas there.
Well, he does a great job. The graphics are amazing in this book, and it's very colorful.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So then the publisher took over from there, and then you got back a proof. This is the only form of proof you got, or did you get it back electronically too?
Well, throughout the process, he, as the illustrator was getting different pages done, he would show us electronically. And then at the end, he put them all together in order electronically, and we went through and we checked them, and we looked for errors and things that we thought could be better. And then we, once it was all finished with that process, he got the proof rolling, and he sent us that, and that's what happened, yeah.
So did you have to say through this process, did you have to say at any point, this isn't what I had in mind, or was he pretty?
Most of it was pretty good. Most of it was awesome, really, yeah.
Okay, and then this proof came to you when did you get this?
I think it was either last week or the week before, a week and a half ago or so, yeah.
So what was that like so you got it in the mail and you knew what it was so what was that moment? Can you relive that moment with us?
Oh, it was amazing. You open the envelope, and first sight, it was really, really, really cool. I felt so blessed. It was awesome.
And then you had to give your final approval for it, and they're going to start making more copies?
Yes. So we put an order in for so many books based on how many people have ordered them so far. And then they're in the process of being made right now. And pretty soon the publisher is going to go pick them up and send them to us, and then we'll have them. We'll be able to get them to all those who ordered them.
So how many do you have pre-sold?
Almost 300, so
wow.
that's pretty cool, yeah.
So how are people finding out about the book?
Well, we have a Facebook page called Happy Snappy, Wonderful Places to Go. And there's also a newspaper article out there in the Marshfield newspaper. And then there's this, of course, and that's we're just putting it out there.
So did anybody at school help you with putting this together? This is all...
Well, the teachers, a couple of the teachers have ordered books, and some students and their parents, and the community has just been really supportive, and it's really amazing, and I'd like to thank all of them.
So your next project?
Next project?
What's your next project?
I'm still working on it. It's half-baked ideas, kind of.
Can you give us like a taste of what it is?
It's half-baked.
Yeah.
That portion, yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this book.
So it's about the main character, Annie Rosie Rainbow, and she just she sits on her swing in her yard, and she stays there throughout the whole book, just thinking about the wonderful places to go. And that's what the whole book is about. There's a bunch of illustrations on where she goes in her imagination. So things from like under the ocean to the desert and mountains. Just all over the place, really.
What age group is the book geared towards?
As young as you want, you can read this to your kids, or up to maybe 7 or 8, roughly. Yeah.
So who's the inspiration for your main character?
Well, her name comes from 2 of my great-grandmothers. Anne and Anna was their names, so it's kind of based on both of them. And the character herself was just kind of, her own independent idea. It's kind of her own person.
And right now it's a children's book. Is that I know it's half-baked what you want to do next, but are you thinking more on the lines of children or going to teenager, young adult?
Yeah, starting off probably more children's books. Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And what?
She wants a half-baked idea.
Yeah.
No, will you advance into something else? Do you have other interests as far as writing?
Probably. I can write for different age groups too. I'm still working on it.
So this process was several steps. How did that work? Who made the decisions on choosing the illustrator, choosing what the book was going to look like? Who made those type of decisions?
Well, because I had schooling from home this spring, I had a lot of kind of free time, so it was easy for me to, really interact with the publisher and make some decisions with a little help from my mom, who is so supportive.
So they reach out to you for the decisions on all of these things. They don't just kind of say, okay, here we have a young writer, we'll make the decisions for her. They let you make the decisions ultimately?
Yeah.
So it sounds like COVID kind of did you a favor. It gave you some more time to spend working on the book.
Yeah, it did.
It's one blessing from it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about yourself. What do you like to do other than writing?
Well, I love to read a lot, and I play the piano, which is fun to do in my spare time, and I like to draw on some occasions with chalk and pencils too. I had it sometimes. And
so you're very artistic.
Yeah, I guess. I like building things with words and colors too.
So if somebody wants to order the book, how do they get this book?
Well, you can order it on our Facebook page at Happy Snappy, Wonderful Places to Go, or by email at cssolinsky@gmail.com. Or if you don't do email or Facebook, you can text my mom at 715-498-8018.
So they can text or call her, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations. And I hope we're going to see a copy of your book too as well. You could bring some into Hub City Times office, and we can sell some there as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us for another episode of Hub City Presents Author's Corner. On behalf of Ashlyn Solinsky and Peggy Meyer, I'm Kris Leonhardt. We'll see you the next time.